I came across something interesting. Check out this article. Hope in God's Plan. Study reveals religion strengthens family, hope, and unity.
Family hope.
One's religious faith helps bolster family, hope, and unity, according to researchers from Brigham Young University. Their study analyzed in-depth interviews with nearly 200 religious families representing various religions and demographic backgrounds. They found how religious faith serves as a catalyst for hope, contributing to family resilience and unity. The study reveals that participants frequently linked their religious beliefs to hope, emphasizing the profound impact of faith on their outlook on life. In 39% of the discussions related to hope, participants referred to hope as a collective familial trait and value, expressing a shared our hope. So what do you think about that?
It makes sense, right?
Yeah.
I think that believing in something wouldn't make you less hopeful.
Right.
So it would make you more hopeful. You know what's a little weird about these studies? It gives me the feeling of like the Benjamin Franklin people who are like, I'm not religious, but I can see how it's good for society.
Yeah.
You guys need to believe something, but I'm over this. And so it's fine for you. I'm actually hope that you believe something so that society is good.
Look, at this point,
That always kind of gives me a weird feeling.
I'll take that at this point.
Oh, me too, but
Well, this was interesting too. It said regardless of their specific religious denominations, including Christianity, Judaism, or Islam, respondents consistently cited their belief in God's active involvement in their life and their faith in an afterlife as sources of hope. So it kind of going along with what you said, it's like just the idea of having some sort of, I feel like having some sort of like a shared value system and like a hope that I'm not the end all be all. There's something greater than me.
yeah.
Is beneficial.
Yeah. I wonder do governments like religion or dislike that people have religion?
I would say they dislike it.
You would think so, but then you would also think that maybe it would make them like it because they can, well, you just need to be like the martyr and like in the like Christian mind, if you kind of take it down a route it probably shouldn't go. It's these Christians who are like, well, look, nothing really matters in this world. I've heard this, especially with the COVID stuff. Nothing really matters in this world because I actually want to be persecuted because of God. And so they're willing for society to basically be completely leveled because of their faith in God, and it doesn't matter.
Interesting.
I've heard this several times, and it was a bit disturbing to me.
Okay.
I can see the mental gymnastics to get to that point, but it's a little weird.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel realistic. It's like,
So did these people seem hopeful, or are they just like
they don't care. It's like, I don't really care. It's like, because God's got a plan, and so it's like, okay, but you're still taking the.
That seems like somebody who's not actually happy. They're just trying to find a way to deal with their unhappiness.
Or they're just confused, and
Yeah.
this is and their church is saying something, and so they're like, well, I need to love people and just get through this time, so we just need to do.
Yeah.
That's kind of, I don't really know. Answer that question this week too, Josh. Do governments like people having religion or not?
I think that they like
controlled religion.
Yeah, they're okay with it as long as people are complacent about it.
Yeah.
Like if someone is fervently religious, where they would take the word of their faith or their faith leaders or whatever over the word of a government leader, then they don't like that at all.
Yeah, but if they can kind of control what is being said, and that was what was so disturbing about the COVID stuff, was like the churches were, you could feel them doing like, okay, well, we don't want to upset people, but we don't really believe that we should be shutting down, that we should be doing this, but they're still doing it.
Right.
It really, I don't know, man.
Yeah. I choose to believe that if that was ever tried again in our lifetime, people would be calloused in a good way to it, where it's like, okay, we know how this went the first time. But I choose to believe that it was just such a weird, out of the blue surprise of a thing that happened that by the time it kind of had its grip and its roots in, it happened so fast that people were like, okay. And so because they didn't have that split second of like, no.
Here's the question. Do you think that when Jesus comes back, he's going to come slow and methodical? Or is it going to be fast? You got to make a decision in 2 seconds. What's it going to be?
Is that Jesus?
Too late. He's gone.
Nobody's actually.
We needed the data.
Nobody's actually saved. You find out if you're saved when Jesus is like, "Hey,
We need the data.
wait, no, come back! Oh, shoot!
No, we needed the data. We needed.
That was him. Was that him?
What? And then the person's gone next to
Oh,
you?
dude, think about that. That's a funny twist. That would be a funny movie. Like literally, the rapture is just this split second of Jesus saying, "I'm here," and they're like, "All right, let's go." And the people that go are raptured, and the people that don't are the wait. Hold on, I'm a Christian. No, you weren't. You
got a split second decision.
It's like that perfect moment of like, wait, because people always say like, you know, you are saved by no action of your own or whatever.
Yeah.
But in that moment of having to make that decision, is that an action you're taking, or is it literally just within you to be like, I'm going with
Right.
God now. So it's like
I'm going with God
You could
now.
be a Christian, but you actually weren't, because in that moment you didn't go with Jesus.
Man.
Wow.
Answer
Wow.
that question in the comments.
Okay. I can't imagine not having some sort of like shared value. Like when I see people, I try to be empathetic and I try to see things from other people's perspective. But when people talk about they don't believe in the idea of God, it's like that doesn't sound appealing to me, to
Yeah.
think that I am it. I am the end all be all.
Well, I mean,
Nothing else
yeah.
matters. It's like, okay, well, even look, I mean, even if that is true, why is that a good way to live my life?
Mm-hmm.
So in my head, I would rather subscribe to an ideology that says I'm not the end all be all, because to me that makes more sense as a healthy way to live your life. And so if there is an ideology that already says that and says, look, there are things more important than my happiness or my well-being or whatnot, then that actually benefits my well-being and my happiness to subscribe to that.
This is like looking at what you believe and then talking about what it does for you.
Yeah.
It feels weird.
Yeah.
It's like an end. It's a means to an end. Mm-hmm. That's what it feels like.
Yeah. I guess I'm just, if you're looking at it from like, oh,
Yeah, I
does
understand.
it give you hope? It's like, well, if we're going to talk about it from that perspective, then yeah,
Yeah,
it does. And I
definitely.
can't imagine.
I can see people who don't believe in things seem way more lost and hopeless.
Yeah.
Even though they feel enlightened.
But, and you
Even
know,
if they believe they're right.
right. But I can also see, and maybe this is too much of a tangent, but I can see that within people who are religious, who have made their religion like their church or
Yeah.
whatever, that they feel that same hopelessness because on some level it
ends here.
yeah.
Yeah. The
So-
pastor did something bad. It ends there.
Right.
They hurt my family. It ends here.
Right.
You know?